Patrick Staropoli. I want to make sure we get it right. I bet you that's not the first time you're going to get asked that question this weekend. Patrick, it's been a while since we've seen you in a race car. First of all, what's kept you away for so long? And secondly, what's your outlook going today?
Thanks. Yeah, it's awesome to be back. The last couple of years have been very busy, so I finished up all my medical training. Last time I raced, I had just started medical school. It was about a year in. So I finished that up. I did residency and fellowship in ophthalmology, so I'm a practicing retina surgeon now. I'm out in Houston, Texas. That whole time, though, I've been juggling the racing. I've been competing in super late models in Florida, some tour-type modified racing, trying to stay fresh in the seat, hoping I get another opportunity like this, and everything kind of lined up to come here, compete with Venturini. So I'm very excited to be back in the ARCA Menard Series.
So you've had some success in this level in the past. You've won a race at the unfortunately now closed Irwindale Speedway.
Yep.
That's got to give you some confidence coming into tonight. What's your outlook? Do you think you can get in there and compete for a win here tonight?
Yeah, I hope so. I know I'm with the right team to do it, the right people. Venturini, they all put a lot of effort into making this deal be the most that it can be. Coming in running 5 races for them. So I think a lot of it's going to be getting acclimated to these cars again. I'm used to the super late models, a little bit lighter, a little bit different tire, everything like that. Obviously, aero doesn't matter as much on the shorter tracks. Coming here, it definitely comes into play. So hoping to get acclimated in practice, get up to speed, and be a competitor threat for the win tonight.
All right, well, do we have any questions here in the Media Center? We'll go right up front to Lee Spencer, and then we'll go to Holly.
Lee Spencer, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio and CatchFence.com. So what do your patients say when you tell them that your side gig is race car driver?
Yeah, they're all pretty psyched. They all want to know what channel to watch me on. So let them know it's on Fox Sports tonight. So I have a lot of people probably in Houston tuning in. Need to do a good job, not just for the team here, but for the patients. Otherwise, they'll give me heck when I get back to clinic this week. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of race fans in Texas. It's cool being able to have something to talk to them about, other than what they're there for in the visit that day. People are generally pretty excited about it, so I'm lucky.
Holly Kane with the NASCAR Wire Service, and to that same end, what do your race car drivers all think when they find out you're a doctor? How has that been? I know that's been a difficult thing to do with all the training you had to do professionally to also be able to keep your foot on the pedal, so to speak, and continue that. If you could just talk about both of those things, the reaction from the competitors and also how you've been able to do that. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Yeah, a lot of people say, what, you operate on eyeballs? I mean, there's a lot more people freaked out on this side when I tell them what my other job is than the other way around. But yeah, I've been racing for over 20 years now, so race car driver was my first love, first passion, first career. And I've just been motivated to continue doing both things that I've been passionate about. I'm lucky that at various points in my life, I've been able to use the racing platform to promote important causes in medicine. I'm hoping to accomplish that here as well. I'm really excited to pilot the Syfovre Toyota in these 5 races with Venturini Motorsports. It's a juggling act. It's time management. It's a lot of people besides myself who go out of their way to help me with my schedule, help me get the car ready, help me on the medical side. I wouldn't be able to do it alone. So I'm thankful to people that believe in me and help me live out both of my dreams.
Any other questions? We'll send it back to Chris.
Hey, Patrick. Chris with MRN, Chris Wilner. I know one of those causes, too, with your medical background is the racing for blindness, and something that's been near and dear to you with your background now as a retinal surgeon. What kind of opportunity does racing in the ARCA Menard Series, getting back to this level, do for that platform and the awareness that brings?
Yeah, absolutely. So we started something last year called the Drive and Fight Blindness campaign. Recently got approved as a 501c3 nonprofit. So as part of my side job at work in Houston was to develop that, basically trying to help raise funds for patients, in various scenarios. We're trying to implement these programs this year, so it's really exciting to get that off the ground. We started small last year with some regional races, obviously getting back up here to a national level. I hope that it elevates the campaign even more. So I'd encourage people to visit drivingtofightblindness.org and take a look at that. It's great to be able to combine 2 things that I love together, and if we can do that and help people at the same time, it means all the more to me.
All right, so how do you convince a guy like me who's new to glasses that contacts might be an option? I get a little squirmish touching eyeballs. How do you get over that?
That's a good question. You just got to get used to it. So I usually wear glasses on a daily basis. I pop the contacts in to go racing. But I think once you get them in first or second time, you get used to it. It's no big deal.
All right, so serious question. You talk about passion for racing and the passion for the medical side. What was it that drew you to vision, helping people's vision? What about helping people see better created that passion in you?
Yeah, I think it actually goes back to when I was in college. I majored in neurobiology, and a lot of the stuff they taught us about how our body works was basically how your eye sees the world, processes that information, and connects it to your brain. And I was part of a group called Unite for Sight, where we went around and gave people free vision screenings in the local community. So all that stuff kind of stuck with me. And then when I got to medical school, I saw the different specialties, and I was just, pretty enamored by the field of ophthalmology. You're rescuing people who are in danger of going blind with emergent and urgent surgeries. So it's technically challenging. It's really rewarding to help someone out. And obviously, as a race car driver and people here appreciating the races, everything we do in our sport's very visual. So I have a passion for vision and appreciating the world the way it is. So I think all those are reasons why I went into this field.
Any more questions here in the media center? We'll come back up to Lee.
I'm just curious, there's a lot of hand-eye in sports and playing golf with drivers, and I know that you guys are used to going, 100-plus miles per hour around these tracks and whatever. What is about drivers that can find lost golf balls better than, the human, us mere mortals? Because it's like every time I lose a ball and I'm playing with a race car driver, they spot it. So give me a little bit of the science behind that.
That's a great question. I'm terrible at golf. I once threw a golf club off the ledge at a Top Golf, so I'm not really qualified to answer that one great. But I do think race car drivers, you're going so fast around the track, you're processing that information really quick. There's parts of your eye and your brain that deal with stimuli that move quickly, and so you have to do that whether you're looking at another car or looking at the wall coming off the corner. So when you're trying to find golf balls flying through the air, we're kind of attuned to picking up things that are shifting quickly in your visual field. So I think that's probably why drivers are a little bit better at that.
Lee, I thought only Reed lost golf balls on the golf course.
I didn't lose any.
Never say I didn't see it. If we have an accident.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That'll backfire on me at some point, but
No,
yeah.
nothing we've said here is on the record today, Pat.
There we go. Of course.